Hey there, Final Miner again, and we're back here for episode 4? Seems right. Episode 4, and we're gonna get started right away. Um, yeah. Yeah. So these rendering bugs are continuing. It's a little bit annoying. But what I've found is it's only a rendering bug. This one gets fixed pretty easily by taking the coal out, putting it back in again. These can usually be fixed. The furnace generator didn't mess up this time, which is nice. Pretty much, I think maybe just a block update. So maybe we can, like this. Maybe not. Yeah, this one's acting dumb. So, there we go. Okay, now it's acting normal. Put it down, set it back to stone. It's not going to have the lava in it, so that's extremely annoying. And this one you rotate it and it's fixed. Okay, so that's not too bad. Anyway, I was saying we have a fuel problem. I did a lot of this off camera, but I produced a fluid tank from Ender.io to suck the creosote out of here. Unlike the Railcraft coke oven, these things only hold 12 buckets of creosote, which should be about 24 pieces of coal. So they fill up really quickly. You have to do something to manage the creosote. I created a fluid tank, and then that filled up because it only holds 16. And then I thought, well, should I make another fluid tank? That's going to fill up pretty fast too, though. And so, in the end, I decided to go ahead with an iron drum from Extra Utilities. And those hold 256. You can see down there at the chat thing. 256 buckets worth. So this fellow is set to suck out of the coke oven and then just go ahead and push straight up into the drum. I figured that was a cheap, quick way to get our oil situation under control. Also, I made a new tinker's tool. I made a lumber axe. And there was a bit of a, I guess you could say, a funny side effect to it. To making that lumber axe. I was looking for a secondary material. Creepers. Creepers. You are the plague of my life, creeper. There we go. Oh, a creeper head. I was looking for secondary tools. Secondary materials to put into my lumber axe. And the best durability secondary tool that I could think of, that I could see in the manual, was Electrum. So I went ahead and added Electrum. The thing is, Electrum adds the charges up to an attack after you walk around. And so I was walking around getting ready to cut trees, and then all of a sudden, like that. It kind of freaked me out because I wasn't expecting it. I'd never seen it before either. So all of a sudden it plays this and yeah. I made a bit of an unmanly sound at that time. So anyway. Also, I've had it for a little while. I haven't told you about my pickaxe. You can see it's a bronze pickaxe. It has an iron handle for that magnetism, and the binding is obsidian to give it durite. And then I went ahead and added an obsidian sharpening kit to it. So it's very durable, which is nice, and it's got a little bit of that magnetism. So hopefully that's going to serve us pretty well until we get up to the nether materials. And based on what I saw in the documentation, it'll do a pretty good job of that. It will mine cobalt and such, so we would kind of have to get to this point anyway to be able to mine that stuff. Okay, so we're going to try something out I have not tried before. Man, it is just burning through this stuff. Oh yeah, we gotta get our bucket and get that back in order. That fella has been producing a good bit of smooth stone for us, but we're gonna need a lot more. When I go into base building, I pretty much go all out. If anything, I build way bigger than I need to. So if you're expecting, you know, like a 5x5 room stuffed with machines, no, that's not going to be the base. So anyway, just like I expected, this fella is sucking power down at a nice steady rate, and it really doesn't last that long. So even the coal coke, this is all the coal coke we have. So what we're going to do is we're going to find another way to produce power that hopefully is going to serve us pretty well here in the early game. I've already got loam from Forestry pulled up, so some of you may know what I'm getting at. This is a cool multi-block that I've never played with before, but it's called a charcoal pit, and it allows you to convert huge amounts of wood into charcoal all at once. I'm kind of excited because, like I said, I've never used it before, and it looks pretty cool. And I'm also a big fan of multi-blocks. I love me some multi-blocks. So here we go. First we're going to produce the wood that we need. And the way you do that is you just convert a 2x2 of logs into a wood pile. So this is spruced, and it's going to produce red spruce wood pile. Okay, so we get 32 of that. 32. I guess we'll just come down here. I've also added a couple of mods since the last time we played. You probably won't notice any of the effects of that yet, but I'll tell you more about those here in just a second. Okay, yes, I know, I can probably just place the wood on top of it. So we've got 32, that means we should be able to go 4x4, and we'll make it 2 tall. 2 blocks tall. That leaves us with 16, yep. I could probably use a builder's wand for that, but oh well. Haven't built a builder's wand yet. Okay, so we lay out our wood that we want to convert into charcoal. Wow. Where does the time go? Speaking of time, I've been meaning to put these episodes at about 30 minutes each, and I've done a really good job of completely missing that so far. Yeah, completely. I'm not anywhere near to putting in 30-minute episodes, but in the future you can expect them to get a bit shorter. Okay, so we make some compost. Might need even more than that. I've been turning all my wheat into baguettes, so we don't have a whole bunch of it sitting around. Anyway, we'll see how much loam we can make. We may have to do this in more than one stage. Yeah, it looks like we will. So anyway, the next thing you do is surround the wood that you want to convert with the loam. How much was that? 8? See if we can get away with this. No. We're probably going to have to go ahead and make this shorter by 1 on each side. Okay. I could probably use a lumber axe here. You know what? Let's just give it a shot. See if it'll do it. Not exactly, but it's faster. Excellent. Our electronically charged lumber axe. No, not there. Looks like we got a bit of a desync here. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back to get this ridiculous desync solved. Okay, back. Now let's see if we have enough loam to cover even this much up. I think we can cut this corner out here. Alright. Actually, there's a minimum size. Wow, we have just enough to cover this. Oh wait, we have... No, we're 2 blocks short. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for some wheat. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I hear that it takes quite some time to do. Yes, I relogged. Yes, that means these get all funky again. You know what? As long as this keeps going up, I'm not even gonna bother. It's just a graphical glitch anyway. 22? Yeah, it's working. You know what? I don't want to waste the lava. Okay. Here we go. You know what? Here we go. I think we need 2 more. I think we need 2 more wheat. Let's see here. To produce the mulch. Yeah, it looks like it. So let's do this. I don't usually spend a lot of time grinding bone to bone meal in the early game. I like to be really cautious with it, but we are already spending too much time waiting. Okay. Onward and upward. Bone meal. Meat, wheat. Wheat, meat, bone meal. You know what? Let's just go through the stack. Okay. Give me mulch. Misclick. Give me mulch. Give me loam. 8 more. What can we do with 8 more? 8 more blocks. We can probably expand it in every direction by 1. Seems right. Yeah, I think we have just enough. Maybe 1 to spare. Not sure. Yeah. They always say one of the worst things you can do... Oh, I think we're 1 short. They always say one of the worst things you can do is try to do math on camera. Even if you're, quote, not that bad at it, like I am. Yeah, we're 1 short. Oh well, we've got to sleep anyway. Alright guys, back in just a second. Okay, so the problem is we're short on clay. We need 2 more clay to make that 1 more block to do things at this size. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll just take a second and tear it back down. And hopefully no more hang-ups. So anyway, once you get this multi-block working, it goes for a while, and then it should convert all of this loam, these loam blocks that we're building, and also all of the wood pile blocks inside into different blocks. And then once we harvest them, we'll get, you know, a bunch of different stuff. Charcoal being one of them. So it looks like this is going to be a really good way for us to pick up large amounts of charcoal in the early game without having to, you know, smelt it, burn a lot of resources, and so on. Here's our flint. Okay. Light it up, and there it goes. You're not smoking. Why are you not smoking? Maybe this one's supposed to be empty. I have a feeling I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, let's just leave it alone. That's what we have to do either way, so we'll just leave that alone for now. Although I have a strange feeling I'm just going to end up burning up all my wood for absolute no point whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit about what we have planned for the upcoming base. Oh yeah, I did a little bit of trailblazing between episodes, and I kind of marked the path between them with these log barriers here. I wanted to make it sort of as flat as possible, smooth road looking way. So now we have a path going through our snowy forest, headed towards where the base is going to be. Okay. Once we get down to here, we get to the river. And here's our frozen river. So here's what I was thinking. The base is going to be sort of like a bridge-like structure that'll reach over across the top of the frozen river. And it'll have a pathway that makes it really easy for us to run across the river if we want to. Probably we'll have a train going across the river at some point. And then up above that will be the rooms where, you know, all of our machines are, where we stick our bed and whatnot. And I was thinking just a minute ago, I'm probably going to have 4 kind of like towers at each corner, sort of as a support to hold the whole thing up. And I think I'll probably make them sort of like lighthouses as well. They'll have light sources in them. And we'll do what we can to make them look kind of fancy too. Because, you know, having a base that doesn't look fancy, it's really easy to build. It's really easy to maintain, you know, if a creeper blows it up. But for crying out loud, when you look at your base, you want to look at it and think, yeah, that looks awesome. So that's what we're going to do. No simple cobblestone buildings for us. Let's see, did I get lost? Yeah, I ran off of the path. I set these logs out specifically so I would be able to follow the path. Oh well. Bees. While we're here, let's go check on the charcoal pit. Yeah. From what I've read, it's supposed to produce smoke particles. And I don't see any. Now, it could be that it's just not making the particles. It could be because I installed Optifine. Let's see. Animations, right? Yeah. Fire on. Particles all. So it should be showing particles if they're there. Oh yeah. Yeah, we just ended up destroying some of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is getting scared by a stupid axe. What I'm gonna do is follow the instructions. There. That's what the instructions say to do. So I'm going to leave it alone. If it doesn't happen, I guess it doesn't happen. It might be too small, like I said before. There's a certain minimum size. Okay. On to other things. Power generation. So let's see where our stone is, because this is really going to determine when we start building. We have 1,300 stone. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would say around 1,500 is where I want to be when we start. 1,367. You're still going up, right? Plus 23. Plus 23. Plus 23. You're not going up. Anyway, once we get to about 1500, that's when we'll start building the base. And that's probably going to happen, you know, before the end of the episode. So we'll just have to see. Interesting. Oh, that's why. Yeah, no power. So we've got a power crisis, and I think we may solve that by going ahead and going straight into Actually Addition's power system. We've been growing canola this entire time, specifically so that we, there it is, specifically so that we can have some Actually Addition style power once we're ready to get that fella cranked up. So for right now we have 2.5 stacks of canola. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Oil? Squeezer? I can't remember what it's called. Okay. Fireworks box. But yeah, what I've found is that the canola oil system is a pretty good system. And when you get it to the high end, like each high end canola generator will produce 300 something RF a tick, which is, that's really good. If you think about it, that's really good. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to get the laser set up. The atomic reassembler. Reconstructor. Yeah, there it is. The atomic reconstructor. 1 iron casing, black quartz sticks. Okay, that's very doable. Let's go ahead and make that really quick. We don't have any of this smelted yet. Yeah, there's the rest of our dough. Dough! Oh, okay, good. I thought I had no fuel on hand. I thought we were so fuel poor that we had no fuel on hand. Go ahead and get rid of this frightening lumber axe. Don't need those fellas for a minute. Okay, I think we needed some sticks. I think we needed some iron, right? 4 iron, naturally. Alright, once I've got everything ready for us to start crafting, I will be right back. Okay, here we go. Make a iron casing. Actually, we're going to need another one of those. Let's go ahead and craft up smelt up another 4. And then we have atomic reconstructor. That's what it is, atomic reconstructor. Okay, so since this is all just temporary nonsense anyway, we'll just go ahead and plop it right there on the top. Wait, I'm not gonna waste my power. Okay, here we go. Go. It's firing like 1,000 per shot right now. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. That was terrible. That's with the amount of power that we're generating right now, that's like the worst thing it could have done. Sit there and waste 1,000 RF per shot. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Terrifying. Okay, So we have our reconstructor. And we need that to make the canola press. Canola press. So we'll probably go ahead and make a couple of these while we're at it. I don't think they even use power. I'm probably wrong. To make that, we need to make an inori crystal, which is iron that gets shot by the laser. And we're going to need an advanced coil, which is a basic coil. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch of redstone, and we're going to need some more black quartz. Just go ahead and do about 5. Why not? Why not? One more just to use up all the fuel. Whoops. Oh. Okay. There. So, we're going to zap a whole bunch of redstone, a whole bunch of iron. Actually, I wonder how much we can zap all at once. And we'll need to use a little bit of gold. It probably won't hurt to go ahead and toss a little bit more gold in here and get it ground up, because we're going to have to surround some of those fellas. Alright, so for now, let's just do a quarter stack of redstone, and a quarter stack of iron. Hopefully that will go. Oh yeah. That's not a whole lot at all. Not a lot at all. So that'll get us one of those fellows so far. Right here, and 1, 2. See if our gold is done grinding up. Yes, excellent. Smelt it for me. Do we have any in here? That's just aluminum brass. Still have that lava from way back when we made the obsidian. Okay, so here's what I know, because I've played with it from actually additions. You can put a canola press right on top of the oil generator, and it will automatically feed the oil down into the generator, and the generator will automatically feed power back up into the press. So all you have to do really is just keep pumping canola into it, and there you go. It'll keep producing power. That's a good thing. The thing is, pretty quickly, you don't want it to be pumping all the oil in there, because you can use I think it's called a fermenting barrel. Yeah. A fermenting barrel to process it a little bit further, and then it just makes even better fuel out of it. So burning it right away, not the best use. And we do have some inori crystals built already. I think we'll go straight for this, just because you get way more bang for your buck out of it. And I think we can leave the rest of the gold in the smeltery for now. We don't really care. All right. Not doing ferment. We're doing a press. Wow, that's a lot of things that have press in it. There, much better. 2 of those, and need a little bit more brick to be able to finish that up. There we go. Trying to get this done before daylight comes down. Excuse me, before nightfall comes down. Canola press. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick, and then we'll get this oil fella set up. Okay, 2 of these things. Canola press. And we're going to need some way to stick power into them as well. Man, you are already empty. You are a pain, you know that? I really hope that charcoal comes through. I really hope this thing comes through for us. Yeah. If it's not converted, probably on the next Minecraft day, I'm just going to go back and try to figure out what I did wrong. Try to figure out why it's not working. It'll be nice to have a whole bunch of charcoal to help, boost up our power production a little bit. So anyway, for the canola press, we're going to need a different way of producing power. And I don't think it uses too much. So let's see if we can... Maybe not. Wow, what was that? Wait, wow. Smoke? Okay. Kind of terrifying. This is the buggiest pack I've ever played. Okay, let's see if they have the survivalist generator from Extra Utilities 2 still. Obviously, survival generator. Okay. So that's just cobble over... Oh, that's really cheap. Wow, that's dirt cheap. Okay, let's try that. We needed a furnace. Survival. There it is. And then we just need like that. Okay, excellent. And it doesn't look it uses any grid power either, so that's good because we don't have a lot of grid power to spare. Oh, coal. Oh no. Oh no. I may have to go branch mining for coal. That's the sticky state we're in right now. Okay, so these fellows are charging up. And I'll go ahead and toss a stack of canola into each one. And that's going to take a while because this thing is really not producing all that much power. Really not. But that's fine. The next step that we're going to use, we're going to get the... There it is. Fermenting barrel. And this just takes a little bit more of the Inori crystal that we made, some logs, another log, some sticks, and wood. This is all stuff we have, just not in our inventory. This is all stuff we have access to, so that's no big deal. Convert that. That should do it. So let's make a... we need planks. Make a pair of these. Misclick, misclick. Okay, 2 wood casings, and then 2 fermenting barrels. And if we are lucky, and I think we are, we can stick these right on top. Right on top. And it'll automatically feed it. Maybe these only feed down. Let's give that a shot. I guess I could be wrong. Maybe those generators automatically pull instead of these things automatically pushing. Nope, here it goes. Excellent. Because we don't really have a whole lot of pipe automation going on yet. So having these things automatically drop down, that's great. That's a really easy way to automate that. And whenever you have a situation like this where you've got an empty block down here, it can be kind of annoying if you're walking around and you fall in and you have to jump up. So the easy solution is to just take a couple of half slab blocks and stick them in there. You can still reach your interface there. And if you fall in, you can just step out. Yeah. And it looks a little bit better. That's how I do it. Yeah, of course you're out. This is the hungriest machine I've ever seen. Wonder how much RF it's using just to produce one piece of stone. Wow, we are at almost 2,000 blocks now. That's really good. So we've got all the materials that we need to get started building the base. And that's going to be fun. That's going to be a little bit different. So far we've just been trying to bootstrap ourselves up into technology, get better tools, get ore refining going on. But next we're going to be doing something a little more, creative, a little more decorative. And hopefully you guys will like the building I put up, because if it stinks, then that's going to make me look like an idiot for being so excited. Yeah. One more thing we've got to add on here. That oil is not going to be very useful until we get an oil generator. And it's going to require some, I guess it's cobblestone, a little bit of canola, that's fine, we've got plenty left, and then 2 iron casings. And I planned ahead for this a little bit. Barely. I went ahead and made some other black quartz so that we would be able to... Oh, like I said, I only prepared ahead a little bit. And let's just go ahead and get another one. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to lay out the generators yet. I think we could probably put one down in between these barrels. I don't know if they would automatically push or not. Not sure about that. But I think what we'll do is we will just stick another Ender IO tank under there, a fluid tank or whatever they're called, and just have it suck out of both of those barrels. We should be able to get it in and out that way. So it'll suck from both sides into itself, and then we can just pick it up and put it on top of the generator whenever we need it. It's a really... Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. I'm actually doing things a little more properly now. It's not a very elegant solution, but it's simple, and we're going to start building another base to move into, so there's no need to lay down a whole bunch of pipes or anything. That would be a waste of time. Complete waste of time. I do like how they made some of the alloys require a special fuel in the smeltery. However, when it comes to Invar, I'm not quite sure I get it, because I can just take the dust and mix it, in my inventory, in my little 2x2 inventory grid, and I can get it just as fast. I can mix it and then smelt it directly that way. That's what I'm trying to say. So requiring a special fuel, just, if anything, it just makes sure that I'm not going to use the smeltery to do that. Oh well, such is life. Okay, so we'll take just a second. Once I get all of the iron out of the smeltery here, we will be back and we'll probably be ready to finish up. Okay. Got the iron, slept a little bit, ready to go. We need more wood here, more sticks. It's almost impossible to make too many sticks. Okay, you know what, let's just make another casing. We're going to use it for something. And then, there we are, oil generator. So I think for now, maybe we'll just go ahead and replace this fella with the oil generator. And I guess we can't do it under, but maybe we can. See that? There we go. Hopefully that'll keep it from freezing over. Although this barrel may not be counting as blocking off the light. Maybe that's why it's doing that. We can stick that tank back here whenever we get ready to, use the oil for fuel. Check on that charcoal. Come on, charcoal. Come on, baby, be charcoal. Still have loam here. Oh. The loam should transform into a different block whenever it's done processing. So, yeah. We can just keep looking at that loam and then we'll know whether it's worked or not. Ugh, no power again. Of course there's no power. I just took the generator away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Survival generators are fantastic in the early game because they require almost no fuel. They use up about 4 times the, they produce about 4 times the power that other generators do from the same fuel. So they're slow as Christmas, as we used to say, but they get the job done, and they do it without eating all of your fuel. Without eating all of your fuel. Did you hear me, furnace generator? Without eating all your fuel? Oh yeah. Alright, so we need a piece of glass. That's pressurized. That's not what we're looking for. Here we go. Alright. Excellent. Let's go put this fella down and see how much we've got already. Oh, it looks like it's pushing into it. Are these auto-ejecting? Seems like they are. Because I don't think it's pulling. Yeah, it's not pulling. Nice. Nice. So we've got close to 5 buckets worth. That's going to produce a good bit of fuel for us. Now let's see if this will tell us how much it's producing, or will produce. Not yet. Yeah. Whatever. There we go. You're not pushing yet. We'll have you push out of the back. Push. And now we're getting 100 RF a tick. Oh my goodness. This fellow was producing probably about 40. So we multiplied our power by 2.5 times just by doing that. Wow. Wow, that's an improvement. Let's just call it an improvement. We've got the perfect amounts to go ahead and make Invar, so might as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn off the tank here. Maybe even have it pull for a second so that we don't end up wasting our oil. Pull. You can't. You can't pull out of it. Oh well. That's fine for now. Yeah, he maxed out pretty quick. The thing is, with this fellow constantly using 16 a tick, or however much, 30 a tick. Okay. With him constantly using 30 a tick, this thing is going to be burning and producing 100 a tick, but only 30 a tick is going to get used out of it. And so it's basically going to constantly burn this oil. Does this work? Oh, it worked. Oh, good. It's going to be constantly burning at burning the fuel at the same rate, or almost the same rate, but it's only going to get about 30% of the power out of it. So we're not going to solve our power problems by only getting 30% of the power we're supposed to. That would be stupid. Okay, this fella is still trucking along pretty well, which I like to see. We'll probably go ahead and feed it one more piece of coal coke just to make sure it keeps going. And that should get us through most of the canola that we've got here. And that'll give us a pretty good amount of oil. So for now, we do have our power problem sorted out. For now. And that should give us enough materials. Yeah, we have over 2,000. Good. Alright, so the very next thing we're going to do is go build a base. Go build something, not horrible looking. And we won't be a homeless guy living in a clearing anymore. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Okay, really quick guys, I figured out what I was doing wrong. As you can see, we have 2 charcoal pits burning now, which is fantastic. And what it was is that you have to shape the structure like this. So the way I had it before, I had the corners carved out, and it seems like whatever's on the underside probably, you know what, it might matter, it might not. I don't even know. I looked up the instructions on the official Forestry wiki, and that's what I was trying to do before. But really what it is when you form the correct structure like this, it will automatically change to look like that. So yeah, it should be really obvious when you get it right. And then instead of striking the block and then placing a loam block on it, like the Forestry wiki says, once it forms into this multi-block, you just strike it anywhere with the flint and steel, and it'll get it to burning. So hopefully that will be helpful to you if you try to do the same thing. And I'm just really glad I figured it out.